Yo, so I guess it's finally time to start a YouTube channel with quarantine still. Well, the pandemic is still going on. My state's open, the dumbass that it is. But so I'm starting a YouTube channel. It'll mostly be just talks over gameplay, and of course, Kirby gameplay is just my favorite gameplay of all time. So we're gonna start with also my favorite video game of all time, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. So, for most of my life, I think Kirby has been my favorite video game just because of the gameplay. And of course, Kirby's a cute character too. And, but besides that point, I think it's pretty weird that Kirby got Star Allies as as its Switch game. Just because I'm surprised that the series is still going. But let me dive into the thing. Today I'm just going to be talking about like mascots, video game mascots, and I just have 3 besides Kirby. There's of course Sonic, who was my favorite character growing up. And so when you want to make a mascot for like anything, you want to make them attractive and like cool for all ages. And watch out as I try to learn how to play Cupid right here. Am I going to make the shot? He rears up and fires and just barely makes it. But anyways, when I was younger, I really liked Sonic because they scientifically crafted him to be attractive to basically anyone. He's got the golden spiral with his design, like his hair going swoosh, going back. And he's got the speed, he's got the 90s gangster charm, I don't know. But he's just like a really cool guy, and he doesn't give 2 craps about too much of anything. So of course anyone likes him. Now his gameplay, he that kinda sucks. Like, Sonic's gameplay is not that good most of the time. It's gotten better with like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. But like early days, that stuff was almost unplayable. Man, I mean, one of the funner stages like early days was the casino type places, just because of how the ball works and with his body. But besides that, Sonic is just disgusting. But besides that, we've got his rival, who has just a weird origin story and has like no thought put into him and how he could be a mascot. But he's just a mascot because he's popular. Of course, I'm talking about Mario, who's this chubby guy. He's got red and blue in his thing. He's pretty short. I guess he looks like your average worker. So that's a little points for attraction. But besides that, there should be nothing that like puts him over Sonic based on just pure advertising mascot ship. And there's actually some weird things about Mario's origin. Mario's gameplay is pretty decently good. You just jump on things and get power-ups. But his origin story, he was named after a landlord for one of the devs. I forgot if it was Miyamura or some of the other devs. So he's just named after a random guy that was named Mario. But his nationality is supposed to be from Italy. And according to some article I found, I'll probably try to link it in the description, just because it's a weird little fact, but his ethnicity is still Japanese, which, I mean, still fits his build, but it's just weird that he's been posted as Italian, and like, even for us in the West, he was marketed as living in Brooklyn, which is even weirder, because he's always in the Mushroom Kingdom. He's almost never on Earth in like the video games. So like, is Mario Italian or not? But anyways, besides that, he's a cool plumber, a cool hero. He's got a partner, and he's sort of one of the silent characters. So unlike Sonic, he doesn't have like that attitude, but you could still like him for that. And then next is probably, I don't really like this mascot as a Nintendo mascot. Mostly because I've never caught him in the game. I'm talking about freaking Pikachu. Dude, are you serious? How did Pikachu even get popular in the first place? That's the reason they picked him for the Pokemon anime, is because he was popular with the Japanese boys. Otherwise, it probably could have been like Charmander or Jigglypuff or Clefairy or something that would have been the mascot for Pokemon. But it's freaking Pikachu. How did he get popular? Because when you're playing the game, Red and Blue, Red and Green, not Pokemon Yellow because they just give that to you. But if you're playing just the first game, in Viridian Forest, one of the first areas, you got a 5% chance of catching him or seeing him. Anyways. And then later on in the power plant, you got like a 25% chance. Dude, I've never seen Pikachu playing a Pokemon game. I've played probably 5 Pokemon games. I've never like encountered a wild Pikachu. Are you serious? So I only dislike Pikachu out of spite. I mean, he's a decent mascot pick. He's chubby. He's got the cute yellow and red thing. So you can like market him with McDonald's. He's a fat ass. Dude, why are the main Nintendo mascots fat? Anyways. But yeah, compared to those other 3 mascots, I still like Kirby the most. And I sort of wish that he became the mascot for Nintendo, like, in the long-term thing. Because, like, well, Mario definitely would always be the mascot in most timelines, but like Pikachu, when you think of Pikachu, you instantly think of Pokemon or Nintendo, and so he's sort of a secondary mascot. I wish Kirby was sort of like that because I don't think some of the people I know that know Kirby, I don't think they know him for the games. He's just like a cute guy, so they see some merchandise of him. And I mean, that's fine and all. If we're going to talk about Kirby specifically, like compared to Mario and Pikachu, he's got the chubby look. He also doesn't have any golden spiral thing like Sonic. He's got pink and red things, so you think he'd be girly. Well, I'm calling him he too. He doesn't really, I don't think he has a gender. Kirby's also portrayed as a child compared to like Pikachu, who's just an animal. Mario, he's sort of an adult with a whole job. And Sonic's just like probably a teenager or young adult. Kirby's always been portrayed as a child, so there's like, why would, so it shouldn't, so of course it makes sense that he doesn't get too popular, you know, he very much is very popular. But yeah, so I sort of wish, so half of me sort of wishes Kirby became like the number 2 of Nintendo, because I mean his gameplay is just very fun. I like the movement in the Kirby games, but like you'll see throughout these videos how like you can make these tight jumps and everything, and in Kirby you don't even have to worry about jumps like in other platforms because he just floats anyways. And then with this game, there's also a lot of cool moves with the power-ups, and you've got this assortment of power-ups, so you can basically do anything you want in this game. And there's levels, some levels built for specific power-ups too, but you can also just play them anywhere else anyways. So I would say compared to the, false platforming of Kirby games, but I mean, it's really fun and really intuitive. Compared to that versus like the platforming Mario games or the RPG style Pokemon games, I think Kirby is like the funnest thing ever. But then the other half of me is like, why is Kirby still getting games at this point? Like, Sakurai stopped after Air Ride, and Iwata came in and did some games, and then unfortunately he has passed away. But why is Kirby getting like actual games compared to stuff like Star Fox, F-Zero, which is really fun game, really cool idea at least. Star Fox, you could have done some really good storytelling with that kind of universe. It's insane that Nintendo sort of stopped there. Although I guess I understand if the game was unpopular at the time, but still. Come up with a new one for the Switch. Like, come on, you guys. This is time to have a renaissance. Then there's also Samus and Metroid. who invented like a genre. And of course, she's getting her a new game sometime. But but my main point is how crazy it is. How out of like all the popular Smash 64 mascots outside of Mario and Pokemon stuff, it's crazy to me that those mascots didn't get as many games or as much as investment as Kirby did. Even if the original designers didn't want to continue their games, like try something nowadays, Nintendo. Try to bring them back. Don't do even just remake a game. I guess you should have the technology to do F-Zero now, and it's still a fun thing. But that's it for this video. Thanks you guys for watching it. Stay safe, and please wear a mask. And if you can't wear a mask, stay inside, okay? Shut up. We don't need to hear, oh, I have asthma. Shut up. Just stay inside. Gosh darn it.